Hello everyone. Today we are going to study the topic of judicial attitude towards death penalty. What is the judicial perspective attitude towards the punishment of death penalty or capital punishment? The judicial attitude towards death penalty has thus been varied with the passing of time. It can be understood in various phases like phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. In phase 1 we talk about when death penalty was a rule. तो phase 1 उस समय का है जब death penalty एक कानून था, एक रूल था, नियम था. In our country under the section 367 subsection 5 CRPC 1898, death sentence was a rule and life imprisonment an exception in capital offences, and whenever the court preferred to award a lesser sentence than death in such offences, it was inquired under section 367 subsection 5 of CRPC 1898 to record its reasons in writing. Death penalty could be given as a rule for certain offences like murder. So this was the first phase when death penalty was awarded as a rule without any hesitation, and after though it was a rule by book and had clear definitions as to the particular offence and in punishment as death penalty. There was no confusion or question regarding the awarding of this punishment. Rather, there was less thinking on the lines of its utility and futility. तो कोई ऐसा नहीं सोचता था कि डेथ पेनाल्टी या कैपिटल पनिशमेंट का क्या यूटिलिटी है, क्या उसकी सार्थकता है या निरर्थकता है. ये बस एक नियम था. और अगर लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट देना हो तब फिर राइटिंग में रजिस्टर किया जाता था कि किन कारणों से डेथ पेनाल्टी ना दे करके लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट का पनिशमेंट दिया जा रहा है. फिर आया फेज़ 2. Phase 2 was the age of judicial discretion. Later on, by an amendment in year of 1955, section 367 subsection 5 of CRPC 1898 was omitted. The amendment now included death penalty was not a rule but depended upon the discretion of the judge, who would decide whether it would be awarded or not, and had to give the reasons for the same. The judges had the discretion to choose between the death penalty of the life imprisonment. तो फेज़ 2 में जुडिशल डिस्क्रिशन आया, जिसमें कि इस ऊपर वाले जो कानून था इसको हटा दिया गया, अमेंड कर दिया गया और फिर जजेस के ऊपर छोड़ दिया गया कि क्या वो उचित समझते हैं कि इस तरह का पनिशमेंट दिया जाए या नहीं दिया जाए, और यदि दिया जाए तो फिर उसके कारण क्या हैं ये उनको मेंशन करना होता था. फिर आता है फेज़ 3. Life imprisonment was a rule and death penalty and exception. तो लाइफ इम्प्रिजन, अब फेज़ 3 में क्या हुआ, लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट रूल बन गया और डेथ पेनाल्टी एक्सेप्शन हो गया. ये ठीक उल्टा है फेज़ 1 का. सो ग्रेजुअली द थॉट पैटर्न वॉज अंडरगोइंग चेंजेस एंड बाय वे ऑफ अनदर अमेंडमेंट द कोर्ट ऑफ CRPC 1973 in its section 354 subsection 3 provided that in case of death sentence, special reasons are to be stated. This means that the judge has to give life imprisonment as a rule now, but can give death penalty also, subject to the providing satisfactory reasons and ground for it. तो फेज़ 3 में लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट रूल था और डेथ पेनाल्टी भी दी जा सकती थी अगर सेटिस्फैक्ट्री रीजंस हो. Therefore, it could be said that imprisonment for life was a rule and capital sentence was an exception, which was the reverse of phase 1. Thereafter came phase 4. The doctrine of rarest of the rare cases was to be adopted. This was a phase where there was a need felt to have certain guideline regarding the ascertain the need of death penalty to be awarded or not. ना दे ये वाला वो फेज़ था, इसमें अब असर्टेन करना पड़ रहा था कि डेथ पेनाल्टी अवॉर्ड भी करें या नहीं करें. तो ये वो समय था जब डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ रेयरेस्ट ऑफ द रेयर केस फॉलो होने लगा और बहुत कम बहुत ही एक्सेप्शनल केसेस में, बहुत ही स्पेशल रीजंस जब हों, तभी डेथ पेनाल्टी अवॉर्ड की जाती थी। द जजेस डिफरेंट एंड वेरिड इंटरप्रिटेशन वॉज ओनली क्रिएटिंग मोर कन्फ्यूजन। जो फेज 3 में एक जज को डिस्क्रिशन दे दिया गया था कि आप अपने हिसाब से देखिए कि देना है या नहीं देना है डेथ पेनाल्टी, तो हर जज ने अपने हिसाब से सोचना और इंटरप्रेट करना चालू करा, तो इसकी वजह से प्रॉब्लम और बढ़ गई और ज़्यादा कन्फ्यूजन हो गया। इट वॉज फेल्ट दैट perhaps the social, economic and psychic conditions of the accused are one of the most conspicuous elements that usually affect the Supreme Court for taking a lenient view of the criminals condemned to death. A case like Edika Annamma versus State of Andhra Pradesh is a striking example where the lady was given life imprisonment instead of death penalty after 2 years of her वेटिंग फॉर एग्जीक्यूशन। तो 2 साल उस महिला ने वेट किया फांसी का और उसके बाद उसको लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट दे दिया गया। सम जजमेंट्स ऑल्सो वेंट फॉर पर्सनलाइजेशन ऑफ पनिशमेंट टेकिंग इनटू कंसिडरेशन बोथ फिजिकल एंड मेंटल स्टेट ऑफ एक्यूज्ड इन रिड्यूसिंग द एक्सट्रीम पेनाल्टी। तो इसमें कारण क्या बताया गया कि उसकी फिजिकल और मेंटल स्टेट को ध्यान में रख करके एक्सट्रीम पेनाल्टी को कम कर दिया गया। बट द थिंग इज़, what on my very personal responsibility I feel is that whenever you are having death punishment, it's an easy escape from all the crimes, from all the punishment. Death punishment is the easiest escape from all the punishment, in fact, and life imprisonment is a tough thing. Yes, of course, when there is no facilities in the jail. In Rajendra Prasad versus State of UP, the Supreme Court has observed that capital sentence may be awarded where survival of the society is in danger. जब सोसाइटी के ऊपर खतरा हो तब फिर कैपिटल पनिशमेंट मस्ट है। The court has expressed its fear that judicial discretion is awarding death sentence may turn out in judicial tyranny and thus violate Article 14 of the Constitution. With this backdrop of doctrine of the rarest of the rare cases was formulated, stating that only in situations that fulfill this doctrine shall be liable for death penalty, otherwise life imprisonment would be the highest punishment as per IPC. तो इस डॉक्ट्रिन के तहत बहुत रेयरेस्ट ऑफ द रेयर केसेस में डेथ पेनाल्टी की पनिशमेंट रखा गया और लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट को IPC के तहत हाईएस्ट पनिशमेंट के रूप में एक्सेप्ट कर लिया गया। This judicial approach was very positive approach by way of which the preventive and deterring effect of death penalty was also kept while adopting the reformative and rehabilitative approach to punishment. Such an approach shall also prevent the misuse of abuse of discretionary power so vested in the hand of learned judge. तो इस तरह की बात ठीक भी लगी कि ये रिफॉर्मेटिव भी है, रिहैबिलिटेटिव भी है और साथ ही साथ डिस्क्रिशनरी पावर भी जजेस के पास रह जाएगी। Though there cannot be standardized guidelines regarding the death penalty as all situations and all the individuals are differing and cannot be weighed in the same scale, yet this doctrine tries to be harmonious effect on judgments and some guidelines to work upon the judge and make it easier. So this is the present scenario, which is the doctrine of rarest of the rare is followed still in India till date. Now, the question, death penalty or life imprisonment? Under 367 subsection 5 of CRPC 1898, a person convicted with murder was to be punished with death penalty. With the amendment in 1955, the death penalty was no longer remaining a rule, rather becoming a choice, death penalty or life imprisonment. Later in 1973, Act of life imprisonment or lesser punishment was the rule and reasons for giving death penalty was to be given. The retention of death penalty was favored by the Law Commission and all state governments, although the section 303 of IPC was struck as unconstitutional as it provided only for the death penalty as punishment and having no other alternative. This is not acceptable according to law. There has to be a choice between death penalty and life imprisonment. The offense of murder is punishable with death penalty or life imprisonment. The court has to give specific reasons for awarding death penalty. In Adiga Annamma versus State of Andhra Pradesh, it was held that death penalty can be changed to life imprisonment as a fear of hanging was haunting her since 2 years, that his prolonged agony should have an ameliorative effect. Also, that the lady was young and had a young boy to care for. Thus, death penalty was converted to life imprisonment after 2 years of waiting. Justice K. Iyer clearly has said that punishment of life imprisonment for murder is a rule and capital sentence is an exception for which specific reasons were to be stated under section 302 IPC. So friends, this is our judicial attitude towards death penalty in India. So you can give your views regarding this topic to help me out frame a better content. Thank you. Keep learning. Stay blessed. Bye bye for now.